Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. For this review, we're going to take a look at the Ultra Act x S.H.Figuarts Ace Suit by Bandai. The Ace Suit, being a Tamashii exclusive, comes shipped in the brown shipper box, and you can see mine's a little bit crushed on the corners. But it's done its job. It's protected the content on the inside. And here is the actual packaging for Ace Suit. And I love this vibrant orange color scheme that they've got going on, and also the manga style artwork at the front. And you can see there's a little bit of creasing on the corners, but because of the brown shipper box, it's kind of protected most of the damage. And on the side, you've got Ace Suit, Alien Suit, some logos there. And on the back, you've got the different posing and also optional head there. And same again on this side, and on the top, very simple typography and logos, and on the bottom. And here is the inside of the packaging. So you can see the Ace Suit held in there in the plastic trays, and it comes with plastic sheets to protect the figure from paint rubs during transportation, which is really nice. And here are the accessories that Ace comes with. He comes with 2 pairs of optional hands. He comes with a pair of relaxed open palm hands, a pair of karate chop hands, and he comes with a optional unmasked head, very nicely detailed. And it also comes with an optional angry faceplate. And he also comes with his weapon, the vertical guillotine. So this part here plugs into the wrist extension piece that you have to replace on the figure. And he also comes with an opened forearm part for when he's using the vertical guillotine. To swap the head for Ace, you just pull his head off and put the replacement head on. Make sure everything lines up and give it a push, and it should just go on. And the optional faceplate, pull his front hair piece off, pop the face off, put the other one on, and pop it back on the figure. And for the vertical guillotine, you have to pop off his hand, his wrist guard, and then this wrist piece. So this whole piece comes out, and you replace it with one of the extending ones. And when you insert this, just make sure the hole is on the right side, and then you put the wrist piece back on and change it to the karate chop hands. Oops. And make sure the wrist guard actually locks in as well. There are 2 little tabs that you have to push it in to. And then karate chop hands. Pop the forearm piece off, and then you can put the expanded forearm piece on. Okay, now that both sides are done, you can just tab the vertical guillotine effect part into the wrist. And that's how it looks. And here's a closer look at the Ace Suit. Very nicely sculpted figure. I love the helmet design. The back of it looks very mechanical and nicely detailed there. And the eyes have a nice translucent color to them. Well, they are translucent, and they have a nice yellow color to them. And it's a shame there's no LEDs or backlighting, because I think that'll really make the eyes pop. But as it is, it looks pretty good. Very tidy sculpting detail and paintwork, and nice sculpting detail on the pants here. So you can see that the legs are actually supposed to be fabric, I think. You can see the nice creases in the pants. So slightly different to the 7.2 and the Ultraman. And nice detailing on the bottom of the boots as well. And a closer look at the Unmasked Head. Very nice print detail for the eyes. The hair is just straight brown color. There's no highlights or anything, but it looks appropriate. It looks very much anime or manga style, so it's good. And looking at the articulation, Ace can look up that much, which is not much at all. He can look down that much, which is a lot. And then his head can go side to side and obviously rotate, but can't actually go all the way around. Something's getting stuck in there. Maybe it's the shape of the neck joints, not allowing a full 360 turn. And then coming down to his shoulders, the shoulder pad is attached to the actual arm, and then there is a ball rotation on the inside of the shoulders, so he can roll his arm like this, and he can lift up his arms that far, go all the way around, and this thing pops off sometimes, so you just have to kind of clip it back in. Oops, there it goes again. Anyway, bicep swivel up here, which is good. Double jointed elbows, which gives him more than 90-degree bend, and pin and hinge for the wrist rotation and in and out. And moving on to his body, he has a diaphragm joint here, so he can do a little bit of a turn, and he can ab crunch that far forward, which is not much at all, and that far back. So surprisingly, he can do a lot of a backward extend, but not much of a front crunch action. Then he has side to side. And coming down to the legs, he does have the leg extension. It is a little bit tight. You can hear the plastic kind of screeching. And with that, it gives him this much of a split. And he can kick forward that far, which is quite good actually. And kick back about the same as forward, which is pretty good. Double jointed knees, which gives him slightly more than 90 degrees. And I forgot to mention that he has a thigh swivel up here, hidden inside the thighs, so that's good. And then moving down to his ankles, it has a pull out gimmick to give him even further articulation at the ankles, which is really nice. So you can tilt his ankles down that far, up that far, and obviously rotation around, and then ankle rocker that much, and that much the other way. And he has a toe joint, which goes up that far. And in terms of height, he comes in at just under 15.5 centimeters, which is around 6.1 inches. And now for some size comparisons. First up, here he is with S.H.Figuarts Ultra Act Ultraman. And here he is with S.H.Figuarts Ultraman Suit version 7.2. Here he is with DC Icons Superman. And here he is with Marvel Legends Cyclops. All in all, I think Ace is a very nice addition to the lineup so far. He may not look as armored up as the other two figures that came before him, but he has this really simplistic but clean design aesthetic that I really like. The only downside I can kind of find with this figure is that his shoulder pads are a little bit loose. They're just kind of on a little ball joint, so it does tend to come off from time to time when you're posing the figure. And the other thing is the changing of the vertical guillotine for the parts here. It is a little bit fiddly, especially when you're trying to pry open this red strip here, so just be careful not to break that. It can get a little bit stuck. And that concludes my review of the Ultraman Ace Suit. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks again for watching, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for another toy review.